Modern rockets originated in the US, when Robert Goddard attached a supersonic nozzle to the combustion chamber of a liquid-fueled rocket engine. This turned a hot combustion chamber gas into a cooler, highly directed hypersonic jet of gas, more than doubling the thrust and raising the engine efficiency from 2% to 64% on the 16th of March 1926. Goddard launched the world's first liquid-fueled rocket in Auburn, Massachusetts, during the 1920s. A number of rocket research organizations appeared worldwide. Rocketry in the Soviet Union began in 1921 with extensive work at the Gastin, about 1,300 meters 77 in 1931. The world's first successful use of rockets to assist takeoff of aircraft were carried out on AU-1, the Soviet designation for Avro 500 for trainer, which achieved about 100 successful assisted takeoffs, 79 further developments in the early 1930s included, in 1932, an air test firings of RS-82 missiles, and Tupolev I for aircraft armed with 6 launches successfully took place. In September 1931, the Group for the Study of Reactive Motion (GERD) was formed, and was responsible for the first Soviet liquid-propelled rocket launch, the GIRD-9, on 17A. In 1933, GDL and GIRD were merged to form the Reactive Scientific Research Institute, RNI-82, and developments were continued, including designing several variations for ground-to-air, ground-to-ground, air-to-ground, and air-to-air combat. In 1927, the German car manufacturer Opel began to research rocket vehicles together with Max Valier and the solid-fuel rocket builder Friedrich Wilhelm Sander, 86. These activities are generally considered the world's first large-scale experimental rocket program, Opel Rack, under the leadership of. In 1928, Fritz von Opel drove a rocket car Opel Rack.1 on the Opel Raceway in Rüsselsheim, Germany, and later the dedicated ctou rocket car at the Havas Speedway in Berlin. In 1928, Opel, Valier and Sander equipped the Lippisch Ente glider, which Opel had purchased, with rocket power and launched the Opel Rack program. And the spectacular public demonstrations of ground and air vehicles drew large crowds and caused global public excitement known as Rocket Rumble, and had a large, long-lasting impact on later spaceflight pioneers, in particular Werner von Braun. In Germany, engineers and scientists became enthralled with liquid propulsion, building and testing them in the late 1920s within Opel Rack in Rüsselsheim. According to Max Valier's account, Opel Rack rocket designer Friedrich Wilhelm Sander launched 2 liquid fuel rockets at Opel Rennbahn in Russell.